What is your signature dance move? Show us.
What are you doing?
Who do you think won E3 2014? Take a look at last year's E3 and it was completely insane. So we had the announcements of both the Xbox One as well as the PS4. The Wii U was still fairly new. There's just tons of stuff going on. Now compared to that, this year was a little quieter, but there were still some solid announcements. So from Microsoft, we had the new Sunset Overdrive, which was actually playable on the show floor, a lot of fun. And there's also the new Forza, which was a little bit of a surprise. Now on the Sony side, I think my biggest surprise was that Destiny, the alpha, they kind of just said, oh, by the way, alpha's out, have fun. So that was cool, as well as the Order 1886 was also playable on the show floor. But I think the big winner this year was Nintendo. So their booth was almost entirely dominated by Super Smash Bros. So they had tons of 3DS and Wii U demo stations all over the place. And they also had some announcements, including the addition of Pac-Man, as well as being able to use the GameCube controller on the Wii U, both of which are completely awesome. Now on top of that, they also had a couple of other announcements which are still cool, including Mario Maker as well as Splatoon. But overall, I think Nintendo really nailed it this E3. Why do I still have your face on my lock screen? I think the only way to top that is to have your unlock sound be, hey guys, this is Austin. Oculus Rift or the Sony Morpheus? I got to spend some quality time with the Morpheus this week. If you guys want to see the full video going over gameplay and demos and all that kind of stuff, you guys can check that out. But the gist of it is, I do prefer Oculus right now. Now that shouldn't be a big surprise. There have been several versions of the Oculus. They've been completely updating the screens and the tracking and all that kind of stuff. Whereas Morpheus is still the very first version. So there's still some things to be worked out. I did think that the screen was slightly inferior to the Oculus, as well as the tracking got a little bit confused. However, there's a lot of time for them to kind of improve this, as Morpheus is at least a year, if not 2 years out. So it'll be interesting to see, especially if Sony's able to get some things like actually being able to make it completely wireless and kind of get some more support for some PS4 games. It could be pretty cool, but at this very second, I do prefer Oculus. Can you ignore this question? How was your experience at E3 this year with Lamar Wilson, Unbox Therapy, Kevin Kenson, and others? It was a blast. So we all had a good time, and we also all filmed a ton of videos. So I did one with Lou as well as one with Kevin, and those are on my channel, as well as was in a bunch of videos for everyone else. So I'll have a playlist that's on my channel page or in the description. You guys can go watch all of the shenanigans that we got up to E3, but it was a lot of fun. GTA 5 or Watch Dogs? So me, along with pretty much the entire internet, was super hyped up for Watch Dogs. Now I haven't finished the game, but I've played it a decent bit, and I've got to say it's fun, but I still prefer GTA 5. Something to do with Watch Dogs just doesn't have that same kind of soul, I guess, of GTA. It's really hard to explain, but GTA, there's just so much going on, and it's such a vibrant, interesting world. Whereas Watch Dogs, there's a lot of stuff to do, it's cool, but it doesn't really quite grab me the same way. How do you say hi to girls? Come on, you guys have been watching my channel for a long time. You should know the answer to this question. It's always, hello ladies, this is Austin. As a PC gamer, are you okay with console games running at 30 frames per second? In a perfect world, I would love if all games ran at 60 FPS at all times. However, especially on consoles, I'm willing to let it slide for some games. So big open world games, things like third-person shooters, things that aren't quite so, twitchy and you need to have every millisecond of response time, then I'm pretty much okay with it running as long as it's a solid locked 30 FPS. Now, other games, especially like first-person shooters, really do, in my opinion, need to be running at 60 FPS. It makes a huge difference. Do you think the GTA 5 PC port will be better optimized than the GTA 4 PC port? Is it worth pre-ordering after we get a bit more info? I'm actually really not big on pre-ordering games, period. I mean, sure, you might be able to get a few things like in-game items, maybe a little bit of DLC, but for the most part, I think it makes a lot more sense to actually wait for reviews to come in on the game. So if there's some massive issues like in Watch Dogs, then it's helpful to not just pay for it 6 months in advance and then sitting on a broken copy of the game that may or may not ever be fixed. Anyway, big thanks to Ellie from AppChat for helping me film that intro, and huge shout out to Dollar Shave Club for making this video possible. Buying razors sucks, right? You've got to go to the store, get the key to that plastic razor cabinet thing, and then shell out $20 for some ridiculous shave tech you don't even need. Luckily, there's a company that's doing away with all that ridiculousness. It's called Dollar Shave Club, and it couldn't be simpler. For a few bucks a month, Dollar Shave Club ships amazing razors and other bathroom stuff right to your door. Their blades are just as good as the big shave companies at a fraction of the price. And you just gotta try One Wipe Charlie's, their new peppermint infused butt wipes for men. They tingle in a good way. Shave time, shave money. Join now at dollarshaveclub.com/Austin. Again, that's dollarshaveclub.com/Austin, so definitely go check them out and help support the channel. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.